Yeah, Brian, welcome.
Well, we're expecting to see a lot of traders on the beach, but the junior traders they leave behind are expecting 188,000 jobs. Now that may change
Few positions to here taken on ES. TP's hit. I'll break them down shortly.
unemployment rate. Now this will fall into the same category as I was talking about with ISM. Does it keep the narrative going of a slowing economy, but not one falling off a cliff? If we get a big jump in unemployment, that's going to worry the Fed. If we get a
Few
big
positions to
drop
here
in
taken on
unemployment,
ES.
then everybody's got to
TP's hit.
reconsider their Fed cut scenarios. So Friday's going to be an important day, whether you're in the office or looking
So,
at
just had some restricted news there. Didn't really make too much of an impact, but if we're just looking at these nice shorts that I've just taken, initiated after what I spoke about these past couple of weeks, or the past week more specifically, and hopefully it should be a bit of a smoother stream. Do let me know if it's shite. But yeah, we're seeing somewhat of a bearish pullback here. And if I just turn off my indicator here, you can see we're almost consolidating. We're sticking and we're staying in between. We're in this sort of consolidation phase. Between the 5510 and the 5590. An 80-point range there. We're kind of staying within that. And we're seeing liquidity build up both sides. So the 5510, we're seeing stacked lows, 5590 stacked highs. So it could go either way. However, I'm playing the fact that we've got an all-time highs and we have shifted bearish. You can see here B1, B2. Breaks of structure. We're trying to go higher, failing to do so. Now this is being left behind for future prices, so it's leaving clues behind. Specifically, it's probably going to take out these lows first and get more of a deeper pullback into maybe some more well-priced areas before we see an expansion to the upside and really continue this bullish momentum that we are seeing on the S&P, as you can see here. I'll just zoom out, very, very bullish, and it's pretty much exactly what happened here is what I'm kind of playing, a little bit of a pullback phase to come maybe towards like the 5.5, this previous support here maybe, something around here, potentially 5.340 level maybe, before we see higher prices. But what we do know about the S&P, it can just continue and continue and continue. Like this, I mean, even if I flick to the daily chart here, look at this. COVID was here, big, and it just continued. Then we had a nice deep pullback, and then the bullish phase is still continuing here. Still pushing higher and higher and higher. Daily point of view, it's still bullish. 4 hour, again, like I said, we are in that sort of bearish pullback phase, and that's when we can take advantage, when we get alignment on the 15-minute here. So Friday session, big expansion to the upside. It almost catches the buyers off guard, in my opinion. Big liquidation. I'm not going to take this entry here. It's quite a large entry, but it did have a nice 15-minute entry candle. Big expansion to the upside in the lieu of it taking out this high. However, we just liquidated previous sellers and then mitigation inside this wick to really drive price lower, and it's kind of stacking liquidity on the low side here as well. So yeah, catch the buyers out, break a structure B1 and then B2 down here. Now this is what I call alignment. This is some good factors, and it's stacking nicely in its favor. So when I see liquidations, especially post New York Open, now this is post 2:30 p.m. in the UK, so 9:30 in the US. Liquidations, I'm looking for an entry. I'm looking for an entry candle, and this was a low time frame entry, so this was super clean. It was this candle here, the 2:34, so 4 minutes after the open. And look at the psychology behind this move, and this is how I like to explain it, and this is how it makes sense to me. Big expansion to the upside, catches buyers. We get some nice rejections. We get the entry candle. Even if you didn't get in here and pushes lower, comes back mitigation inside here, drives mitigation, big drive to the downside. Now I was aiming for 5510, but I decided to TP here, and when I saw it rejecting, I just close the sell position up here. Kind of messed up with the with the selling of the contracts there. I accidentally sold another contract down here by accident, but then I bought back out of it for break even, and then this is me buying out of the 2 contracts that I entered just up here. So yeah, I mean, it's coming back now, mitigation potentially again of this unmitigated area. Seeing some nice entry candles. No real liquidation. The liquidation event occurred here, so it could potentially trade away from that. It did tickle the low a little bit, but it's almost looking like stat liquidity to take anyway. And then aim for like the 5-5-10 maybe. I mean, it would be nice. I mean, I'd probably take an entry here again. Another entry. If, for example, we were to take out this high. See how it goes. I mean, it could literally just drop from here. It's nice. Entry candle there at 302. I'd rather wait, see how it presents itself. Like here, I mean, even after I entered, there was, you could have entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 minutes you had to enter that. So a decent amount of time. Like I said, I'm playing that sell scenario, that little bit of a pullback phase on the higher time frame. That's why I like, or I can aim for these targets here. I was happy with the profits on this one. And then yeah, we're seeing some 1 minute alignment potentially if we break out this low. Hope you all like the new indicator I've got. It's very useful. I don't have to draw anything on the charts anymore. It plots it for me. Built the other day, and it's doing pretty well. Plots out my highs and lows, my breaks of structures, B1s, sort of bullish or bearish, depending on the colour. Plots out my range, dealing range, and gives me the 50% of that. So super clean. There we go. Break structure. Wow. Big expansion to the downside. These shorts were nice. Really nice trade. Unfortunately, it wasn't just 3 o'clock yet, and I got out of the position before we could do it on stream, which is a shame. But wow, yeah, pushing lower. Even if you took that, I'm going to turn this into a signals channel, because that is literally a free signal. You could have sold there at 5.30, and you could have made 10 points easy if you just TP at the low. Might as well change it to Tom's signal service. Wow, big expansion to the downside now. EU is looking pretty nice actually. Let's just see what this does here. I reckon it's going for the 5-5-10 easy, and then it's going to just blast off to the downside. But NQ's doing the same. Anyone catch NQ shorts? I went for S&P instead. No real entry inside here. Ah, there we go, yeah. I mean that, yeah. 2 PM, I probably would have waited until the open. Yeah, so wow, some really nice shorts on NQ as well. Like that 2 PM candle. Or even the, actually, yeah, 1:30 is a bit early. That 2 PM candle would have been nice. So like 2:15, that would have closed. Wait for the open. Get back in, that's really nice shorts. Almost looks like ES, for this is probably going to do similar what it's done here. Maybe give some sort of buying pressure, stack more liquidity to target. There's definitely fuel to go to the downside, there's fuel to go to the upside, but like I said, probably wants to go a bit lower. We have that alignment, we have the session timing, we have liquidations, we have good risk to reward, and it's just as easy as that. Especially in these times, it's like, yeah, I could have held this short, instead of taking TP here for like, what was that, like 12? Like 15, around 15 points. They could have doubled almost, but I'm happy with the TP there. Made sense. Wow. Big sell off here. We broke it, yeah. There we go. 5-5-10. Achieved. Called out days ago. That's probably just going to... I mean, there's nothing really stopping it until, like, I don't know, 5-4-90, something like that. Look at that. Look at that candle. Wow. Crazy. Yeah, man. Shorts initiated, taken. You can see them here. TPs. Like I said, the main TP would have been down this low, but I didn't really have confidence. Too much confidence in that. Happy with the profits there. Nice. 4-hour bearish, 15-minute bearish. Comes into the open. Liquidation. Bam. And targets 5-5-10. Achieved. So yeah, interesting to see where it goes now. I mean, liquidations occurred. We're hovering around some previous sort of support. 5-5. 5,500 could be a key level, Could drive lower, but we have taken out this low, so we'll see how it reacts. Well, we didn't get a scale in here. Didn't want to push that high. Literally just pull back a little bit and bam, gone. Clean. Very, very clean. Waiting for 4-hour liquidity. I mean, I don't really need it. I've got 4-hour momentum in my favour. Big liquidation here. Big sell-off. 4 hours in my favour. 15 minutes in my favour. Playing the high time frame there. Also, like those NQ shorts, again, they were clean as well. Super clean. Wait for the open, bam. Couple of minutes after. Clean. As a whistle. Yeah, that's it, George. I mean, like I probably said it last week as well. It almost, like B1 breaks the structure. It tries to go higher, fails to do so, keeps on pushing lower. So, if I just remove it. So if I'm looking at this as an index, it's probably looking like it's going to pull back like this here. Seeing that little bit of a pullback phase. I mean, it could be something as small as this. It kind of breaks the high here, pulls back a little bit deeper, gets better prices, and then takes off. It could see something like that, and if that's the case, it probably might be like, if we're looking at previous support, maybe like 5,400, something like that. 5,300 could be pretty clean. Although that is quite some way to go, it's still a smaller pullback in the grand scheme of things. Like so. So we'll see how it develops, but yeah, bearish for sure is the play for myself this morning, and until it prints otherwise. Seems a nice bullish momentum here. Like I said, it's taking out these lows. It's taking out 5-5-10. A key level liquidation occurred here. Not really mitigating anything. No. So, I mean, and there's fuel now. for these buys, but I want to see 15-minute structure. You know, I want to see. Let's bring this back up. I want to see some sort of break of structure to the upside. I want to see those bullish B1s and the breaks of structure. You know, but to get that, it's going to have to be like here. So we'll see how it shapes up. I hope the stream's a lot smoother as well. It should be. Do let me know in the comments. Look at the range here, you know, the 5.5, 2.2, 50% of this range. It's coming well priced now, maybe coming back for mitigations. If we're continuing this bearish play. Yeah, I said George, I mean, S&P top 500 companies in the US, even if you look at the top 5, Nvidia, like you say, is number 2, I think, or number 3, I can't remember, but, you know, all-time highs. Same as the S&P 500 as a whole, all-time highs. It's got to pull back. There's got to be some phase in this market where it pulls back. Obviously, we don't know when that is, but we can use cues to let us know, i.e. 4-hour structure, shifting B1, B2, breaks of structure. We could see liquidity to the downside. You know, all these factors. We can even use EMAs if we want to. They're very useful actually on a high time frame. You can use all those clues to say, okay, we could be in a pullback phase here. And if we are, where can I get in? Well, if we're 4-hour bearish, if 15-minute bearish, we're looking for liquidations inside session. Simple as that. When it occurs, pull the trigger. When you get the entry candle, that is. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like buying up now, like 4-hour, I guess if you buy in here, you're not in line with the 15 minutes, so you could get smashed straight away pretty quick. And also, from a higher time frame, you're kind of in alignment anyway. Yes, we're bearish here, B1, B2. B1, B2, we are bearish in a bearish pullback phase, so, you know, buys from here would be counter 4-hour, counter 15-minute. You're kind of only really playing the fact that overall it's an index and wants to go up, and there's no 1-minute entry or no 1-minute momentum in alignment. It's kind of nothingness. So buys, from my opinion, technically just don't make sense from here. The other factor is, I mean, you got a liquidation here, and also 5.510, but I want to see that B1 before even looking for that. So okay, stream's looking good. Yeah, 720. Maybe that might be in my settings somewhere. I did uninstall the stream software and reinstall it. So hopefully I'll be able to sort that for next stream. Unsure if I could change it here, maybe. So yeah, hopefully it should record in HD and not 720. See what gold's doing. Wow. Nice sell-off. It hasn't really done much. We had the B1, the B2. Bearish nature. It's stayed pretty consistent in this dealing range for quite some time. Looking like consolidating maybe. We have got fuel to drive it lower to 2,300 maybe. Take out these lows, 2,285. So definitely sells for gold. Any more ES sells coming up? Like I said, after taking out this 5.510, could take out these highs as well. liquidation, B1s, drive lower. It's various different scenarios playing out in my head. Yeah, that's it. Remember to hit the like button, guys. Did anyone take any sells with me? Anyone take any ES or NQ sells? Wow. I actually was looking at sells on EU for the first time in a long time. Dollar index super bullish at the minute, so sells for sure are on the cards for EU. When we get an alignment like this, you know, the 4-hour alignment, B1s, break structure, and then we see this large liquidation B1 to the upside and failure to really follow through with any momentum, and then we get B1 break of structure to the downside, liquidations inside session. This was high impact news, so it really drove the market to full liquidation mode, and it's probably going to expand to the downside now. That was a nice trade here for anyone that sold probably after this one here, 303. Just past any news restriction, that 2-minute rule. So yeah, you should have been safe. Nice entry there. Big liquidation, catches the buyers, drops it, catches the sellers. Oh, nice, George. Nice. That sell was nice on EU, to be fair. Really, really nice post-news event. Even the 1 minute is in alignment there. I wonder how many people would have sold this. Do wonder how many people would have sold that, or maybe sold this TP stop loss above here, and then you would have just got taken out anyway. Would be quite nice to get. Oh. Push lower. Liquidate anyone who was thinking of selling there, and then drive it lower. So it shapes up. This is the dealing range, and we're just trading into the well-priced area here. So. So yeah, still waiting for shorts here on ES. Like I said, it would be quite nice to, if we trade up high here, see something like this. could reach out for some of these, or like I say, key highs reaching for after that big sell-off. Nice shorts taken, TP here. Let's see how we develop. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead, drop them in the comments box below, or fire them over to my Instagram. But I'll see you all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Thanks, guys.